President Cristiano Souza sat back, rubbed his eyes with both fists, and stretched his aching muscles. The chief executive of Brazil had been in meetings almost non-stop with Argentine President Bruno Valentino Martinez and Chinese Special Ambassador Plenipotentiary Yan Huhude for more than 2 weeks. Serious, history-altering meetings. Such intense discussions had been physically and mentally demanding, but in the opinion of both presidents and the ambassador, quite fruitful. Now they all agreed that it was time to get back to their respective offices. After all, they did have nations to run. Nian had disappeared the day before, slipping back to Brasilia and then onto an aircraft to Beijing. Souza and Martinez were enjoying one final meeting without the Chinese ambassador being involved with every action. First, they would finalize and sign mutual agreements, ones the CCP was not, so far as the presidents knew, aware of. Then they would set in motion steps that would reverberate around the world, especially in financial circles. "Yo, amigo," Souza said as he rose and stepped over to the bar to pour himself a glass of Brazilian wine. It was his favorite, the Pisato DNA 99 Merlot. "Bruno, may I pour you a glass of my country's finest?" he asked. "Yes, thank you, though I note you do not have an Argentinian Malbec in your collection," Martinez answered, but with a smile. "You know we are the leading exporter of wine in South America, see? Only because you have reminded me multiple times over the last few days, my friend," Souza shot back, sipping the wine and smacking his lips. "But now we must no longer compare such things, as we are truly allies. This has been a very productive time. We have laid the groundwork for a mutually beneficial partnership between our countries that will finally enable us to compete against the so-called economic powers of the world. Let us solidify our agreement. That should require maybe some kind of letter or something." Martinez smiled and took the wine glass Souza handed him. "Indeed, it has been productive, mi amigo. But I suggest now is the time for action rather than words. Words that could and likely will be used against us. We must coordinate our efforts and strike suddenly before the Yankee bankers have any opportunity to react." Souza nodded. Once again, Martinez had cut to the heart of the matter. Moves that would be this revolutionary must be accomplished swiftly and surely. "Yes, we will let them squeal like stuck pigs. By the time they begin to squeal, we will have set in motion these reforms to finally benefit our people, not the world's greedy nations and their predatory bankers and robber barons. I will instruct my people to be ready in 1 week." Souza held his glass of wine aloft, stood at attention, and proposed a toast. "To our mutual success and profit." Martinez took a sip, then offered his own salute. "And, of course, to the prosperity of our nations and their long-suffering people." Yes, of course, to the people," Souza replied, turning up the wineglass and drinking thirstily.